Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today is Thursday, 17th December 2015. We start with our prayers. Narayanam namaskritya Naram chaiva narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 10, Sloka 10 and 11. Vidura Uvacha Yatatha Bahurupasya Harera Adbhut Karmanaha Kalakhyam Lakshanam Brahman Yatha Varnayanah Prabho Vidura Uvacha Yathatha Bahurupasya Harera Adbhut Karmanaha Kalakhyam Lakshanam Brahman Yatha Varnayana Prabho Maitreya Uvacha Gunavyati Karakaro Nirvishesho Pratisthitaha Purushastad Upadanam Atmanam Leelaya Srijat Maitreya Uvacha Gunavyati Karakaro Nirvishesho Pratisthitaha Purushastad Upadanam Atmanam Leelaya Srijat. Kamalini Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Vidura Uvacha
Vidura Uvacha
Yatatha Bahurupasya
यथार्थ बहुरूपस्य
हरेर अद्भुत कर्मणः
हरेर अद्भुत कर्मणः
कालाख्यं लक्षणं ब्रह्मन्
कालाख्यं लक्ष्मणं ब्रह्मन्
यथा वर्णयनः प्रभो
यथा वर्णयन प्रभो। रश्मि माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण। मैत्रेय उवाच
मैत्रेय उवाच
गुणव्यतिकराकरो
गुणव्यतिकराकारो
निर्विशेषो प्रतिष्ठितः
निर्विशेषो प्रतिष्ठितः
प्रतिष्ठितः
पुरुषस्य तद् उपादानम्
तदुपादानम्
आत्मानं लीलया सृजत्
आत्मानं लीलया सृजत्।
सीता माताजी।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
विदुर उवाच
विदुर
उवाच
यथार्थ बहुरूपस्य
यथा
यथा बहुरूपस्य
हरेरद्भुतकर्मणः
अद्भुतकर्मणः
आलाख्यं लक्ष्मणं ब्रह्मन्
ब्रह्मन्
यथा वर्णयनः प्रभो
यथा
वर्णयन प्रभो।
श्यामा माधवी माताजी।
She is not there.
Not there?
Not there.
Okay. Hemavardhini Mataji. No, Maitreya Uvacha, 11th. Maitreya Uvacha. Gunavati Karakaro. निर्विशेषो प्रतिष्ठितः आत्मानं लीलया सृजत्। विदुर उवाच Vidura said Yata as Atha you have said Bahurupasya having varieties of forms. Hare of the Lord. Adbhuta wonderful. Karmanaha of the actor. Kala time. Akhyam of the name. Lakshanam symptoms. Brahman or learned Brahmana. Yatha as it is. Varnaya please describe. Naha unto us. Prabho O Lord. Vidura inquired from Maitreya, O my Lord, O greatly learned sage, kindly describe eternal time, which is another form of the Supreme Lord, the wonderful actor. What are the symptoms of that eternal time? Please describe them to us in detail. Vidura inquired from Maitreya,
Vidura inquired from Maitreya,
O my Lord,
O my
O my
Lord,
Lord,
O greatly learned sage,
O
O
great
great learned sage,
kindly describe eternal time,
kindly describe eternal time,
time,
which is another form of the Supreme Lord,
which is another form of the Supreme Lord,
Lord,
the wonderful actor.
the
the
wonderful
wonderful
actor.
actor.
What are the symptoms of that eternal time?
What are the symptoms of that eternal time?
time?
Please describe them to us in detail.
Please describe them to us in detail.
What? The complete universe is a manifestation of varieties of entities, beginning from the atoms up to the gigantic universe itself. And all is under the control of the Supreme Lord in his form of Kala, or eternal time. The controlling time has different dimensions in relation to particular physical embodiments. There is a time for atomic dissolution and a time for the universal dissolution. There is a time for the annihilation of the body of the human being, and there is a time for the annihilation of the universal body. Also, growth, development, and resultant actions all depend on the time factor. Vidura wanted to know in detail the different physical manifestations and their times of annihilation. Maitreya Uvacha.
Maitreya Vacha.
Maitreya said,
Maitreya said,
Guna Vyatikara
Guna Vyatikara
of the interactions of the modes of material nature.
of the interactions of the modes of material nature.
Akara,
Akara,
source.
source.
Nirvishesha,
Nirviseshaha,
without diversity.
without diversity.
Apratishthitaha,
Apratishthitaha,
unlimited.
unlimited.
Purushaha,
Purushaha,
of the Supreme Person.
of the
of the Supreme Person.
Tat,
Tat,
that.
that.
Upadanam,
Upadanam,
instrument.
instrument.
Atmanam,
Atmanam,
the material creation.
The material creation.
creation.
Leelaya,
Leelaya,
by pastimes.
By
by
past
past tense.
Asrajat,
Asrajat,
created.
created.
Maitreya said, eternal time is the primeval source of the interactions of the three modes of material nature. It is unchangeable and limitless, and it works as the instrument of the Supreme Personality of Godhead for his pastimes in the material creation. Maitreya said,
Maitreya said,
eternal time is the primeval source
Eternal time is the primeval source
of the interactions of the three modes of material nature.
of
of
the
the interactions of the three modes of material nature.
actions,
It is unchangeable
it is
Unchangeable
and limitless,
and
and limitless.
and it works as the instrument of the Supreme Personality of Godhead
And it works as the instrument of the Supreme Personality of Godhead
personality of Godhead
for his pastimes in the material creation.
for his
for his pastimes in the material creation.
creation.
What? The impersonal time factor is the background of the material manifestation as the instrument of the Supreme Lord. It is the ingredient of assistance offered to material nature. No one knows where time began, where it ends. And it is time only which can keep a record of the creation, maintenance, and destruction of the material manifestation. This time factor is the material cause of creation and is therefore a self-expansion of the personality of Godhead. Time is considered the impersonal feature of the Lord. The time factor is also explained by modern men in various ways. Some accept it almost as it is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. For example, In Hebrew literature, time is accepted in the same spirit as a representation of God. It is stated therein, God, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. Metaphysically, time is distinguished as absolute and real. Absolute time is continuous and is unaffected by the speed or slowness of material things. Time is astronomically and mathematically calculated in relation to the speed, change, and life of a particular object. Factually, however, time has nothing to do with the relativities of the things. Rather, everything is shaped and calculated in terms of the facility offered by time. Time is the basic measurement of the activity of our senses by which we calculate past, present, and future. But in factual calculation, time has no beginning and no end. Chanakya Pandit says that even a slight fraction of time cannot be purchased with millions of dollars. And therefore, even a moment of time lost without profit must be calculated as the greatest loss in life. Time is not subject to any form of psychology, nor are the moments objective realities in themselves, but they are dependent on particular experiences. Therefore, Srila Jiva Goswami concludes that the time factor is intermixed with the activities, actions, and reactions of the external energy of the Lord. The external energy or material nature works under the superintendence of the time factor as the Lord Himself, and that is why material nature appears to have produced so many wonderful things in the cosmic manifestation. Bhagavad Gita 9.10 confirms this conclusion as follows. Maya dhakshena prakritihi suyate sacharacharam hetu nanena kaunteya jagata viparivartate. Rashmi Mataji can chant the pranam mantra.
Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutabadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavasha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitasha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shantanadi Pashyata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Jai Pataka Swaminiti Namine Namacharya Pradaya
Jai Gaura Katha Dhamudaya Nagara Gramakarine.
Vidura Uvacha Yathatha Bahurupasya Harera Adbhut Karmanaha Kalakhyam Lakshanam Brahman Yatha Varnayana Prabho. Maitreya Uvacha Gunavyati Karakaro Nirvishesho Pratisthitaha Purushastad Upadanam Atmanam Leelaya Srujat.
Vidur inquired from Maitreya, O my Lord, O greatly learned sage, kindly describe eternal time, which is another form of the Supreme Lord, the wonderful actor. What are the symptoms of the eternal time? Please describe them to us in detail. Maitreya said, time is the primal source of the interactions of the three moods of material nature. It is unchangeable and limitless, and it works as the instrument of the Supreme Personality of Godhead for his pastimes in the material creation.
So now, Vidura is asking further questions. The dialogue between Vidura and Maitreya. So now he's asking a very important question. He wants to know about Kala. And so he wants to know in detail how Kala acts on our lives. And in the whole creation, what is the role of Kala? Eternal time. Excuse me, somebody is typing, so I think it's just straight and getting recorded. Thank you. So, time is a very, very important factor. And that's what Maitreya Rishi is in his answer. He says that the time is the cause, is the source of all the three gunas, interactions. So everything happens under the control of time. Even in Bhagavad Gita, when we talk of 5 subject matters of Bhagavad Gita, Kala is one. Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. So Kala is very, very interesting. Prabhupada elaborately described the qualities of Kala. He says it is the impersonal expansion of the Lord. Because time has no form. So that's why, and time has, it says time is limitless and is unchangeable. These are the qualities of time. You cannot change. Like, one sentence came where it says that even if you give millions of dollars, Chanakya Pandit says, you give millions of rupees or dollars or whatever, you cannot get that time back. And that's why the lesson for us from this particular thing is that we have to use our time properly. And what is that properly? The time must be used in such a way that it gives us maximum returns. Even in material world, everybody talks like that, right? Everybody wants maximum return. What is ROI? Return on investment. And wherever it is more, people go into that direction. So same way for the spiritual life also, time is a huge factor. Like when I came into Krishna consciousness, my first reaction was that I had lost 34 years of my life. Because already I had spent 34 years without getting involved in any Krishna conscious activities. So we have to utilize this time properly. And that's why Srila Prabhupada gave us this whole program. The program is designed in such a way that maximum utilization of your time in Krishna's service. Maximum utilization of your time in proper way. So time has very, of course, I don't want to jump the gun because Maitreya Rishi is going to tell us more about it. But even without reading what he is going to say, we all know time, when there is a problem, we say time is the best healer. Time will heal. And at the same time, we say, we know time is the destroyer also. Leave a thing just like that, time will destroy it. So time itself has no beginning or end. But everything else in the material world has a beginning and end. That is why it is material. So temporary nature. It's unmanifest, then it becomes manifest, then it stays for some time. And those in human life or all Jiva's life, there are those 6 stages. Born, you grow, you maintain, you start declining, and you're gone. Like that, 6. Of course, in between there is one more stage called have some byproducts. Like we are all byproducts of our parents. So we have to understand time as much as we can. And that's why it is very important. I request you to read this purport again whenever you get time, because this is really going to help us. Time management is a huge thing. Everybody is talking about it, in the management system also, in the IITs and so on, IIMs, all these MBAs, everybody has to put through that. I remember when I started my industry, we had this, I used to attend many seminars because I wanted to learn how to run the business. So one seminar we attended on this time management. In fact, we arranged for it. And there, the professor who came from Scotland, the very first thing he gave us was an exercise. He told everybody, please write down what you did from 7 o'clock in the morning till you came here about 9 o'clock. In 2 hours, whatever you did. Write as much detail as you can. Please do that, That was, everybody said, well, we've not been even introduced. We don't even know what's going to happen here, but he just gives us an exercise. So we all started writing whatever we remember, Sometimes we even don't remember what we did. And then he says, okay, have you finished? Now you hand over your paper to the neighbor, So all the papers were given to different people. And then he asked each one of us, because no names were there, he said, no names. And he just asked somebody, okay, you read what you have got in your hand. So he read, and and as he was reading, this professor was on the board making some notes. And those notes were about, what you did at some activity, He will just write down that activity. And then when it was finished, the board was full of so many activities. So then he said, this is how you have spent your time. And then he started writing again the activity. He says, this activity, not important at all. This activity, useless. This activity, yes, very important. Like that, he just classified those activities. And then he made another chart. And then we found out that, and these were all CEOs of the companies, not ordinary people. All of us were owning our companies and things like that. So it's all very important people. Chief executive officers, general managers, something like that. And then he pointed out that on an average, all of us, on an average, somebody has done more, somebody has less, but on average, we found out that in those 2 hours, we have wasted about 40% of the time in non-productive, not important activity. So he said, now you are the right candidates to learn how to manage your time, because you can see yourself, 40% time wasted, average. And then of course that whole seminar for 2 days was on that only, how to do that. In that, I remember one particular thing. This was almost, I think 1980, yeah. So it's 35 years back. I still remember one thing, one very, very important thing, which he said is that we are all busy solving the urgent and forgetting the important. We found out that so much firefighting going on, in management also. Something happens, okay, you just tackle that. But why that happened, nobody goes into those details. Don't go to the root cause. So, one important thing which I learned and which I am using very effectively in my spiritual life and material life also is that he said, find a slot of time for yourself. That time is for nobody. You may be a housewife, you may be a student, but one slot of time, half an hour, 1 hour, depending on how much you want to do that. And that time is yours. During that time, no disturbance. You see, because that is the time you can focus on important of your life, important things of your life. Otherwise, you'll be always busy like this. And then some of us argued. But you know what? When I go to the office, I start getting these calls, and I have to attend to them. And one after other, this meeting and that meeting, and somebody calls us. So he said, my dear sir, you are the CEO of the company. Suppose you decide that half an hour from, let us say, from 10 to 10:30 is the time I want to have for myself. All you have to do is tell your secretary, because you are CEO, you will definitely have a secretary, that I don't want any calls between 10 and 10:30, unless there is some fire in the factory or something like that. Somebody is dying or something. Other than that, except emergency, please leave me alone. And who will stop you? He says, you are the boss. I can understand if you are working under somebody, but you are the boss. So we are our own boss. And then that time, like for instance, this Bhagavatam class time, 10 to 10:40 or 8:30 to 9:15 in India. If we decide that this is the time we are going to attend this, that's it, finished. Nothing else matters. Like time for chanting, for example, you just put up that slot. And if we see, there will be exceptions, but that cannot be the rule. But problem is we make that as a rule, and exceptions are gone, because everything becomes a rule. Oh, because I am busy, so I cannot do anything. So please try to follow this in your life. It will help you. It has helped me tremendously. Because not everybody is fortunate to attend seminars and things like that. But these are our seminars, spiritual seminars. And Bhagavatam is our teacher, guide, textbook, everything you can call it, And I'm always excited because every day we learn something new. Every day. Some instruction. So thank you very much. I'd like to stop here. If you have any questions, comments, we can take it up. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Any slot of time for yourself It's like, okay, we are giving a devoted time for chanting and then classes, but for yourself, then how it connects to a chanting, Prabhuji, and you're focusing on Krishna, so you're connecting with Krishna. That is the way we call it for ourselves. Time is for ourselves, or how?
No, I mean that's okay. That's that's a sadhana. That's part of sadhana. What we are talking, like chanting and everything is sadhana. It's like people are doing their jobs, so that is their sadhana. So our sadhana is a mixed sadhana. Like we also have a job and we also have a particular time for chanting. No, what I'm saying is 5 to 10 minutes. Give yourself for reflecting upon what is important for you in your life.
Okay.
What needs to be done, and then also introspect. Where am I going wrong? Because something like as I told you, everybody said they are busy and they found out that 40% of the time was wasted in doing non-productive work. So like that we have so many things. This is of course this is not only about time. It's about everything. About everything in life. Whether your sadhana is going all right, whether you need some improvement in something, whether you want like that. So just take 5 to 10 minutes on reflecting upon.
Okay.
Like somebody asked me a question. Many people ask that question. That how do we surrender?
Yeah.
And I always say that it's a process. It's a gradual process. So you reflect. Like I said, morning when you get up, you say your pranam mantras, and then just promise yourself and Krishna one thing. He says, okay, today I am going to do this. Something, some important thing of your life. That okay, today I am going to try to do this. Krishna, please bless me.
Okay.
And then like for example, I want to surrender to you at least a little today. And then in the evening when we are about to sleep, spend about 2 minutes with yourself and say whether you did that or not. If you've done that, then feel happy. If you've not done that, then tell Krishna that okay, I couldn't do it today because of this and this and this, and so tomorrow I will again. So like that, some self introspection.
Okay.
Like our Guru Maharaj says, write down your sadhana thing every day. Like how much you did, what time, etc., etc. Whether what was the quality, what was the concentration level, like that. So that these kind of things help. There are so many methods. I'm just giving you one or two, like that. But there are so many methods of doing it.
Yeah, the writing thing is very good, Prabhuji.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I have been now. Of course, I'm not doing it because of all this internet and this and that. But earlier, I mean, I remember, all classes I attended, I used to always carry a notebook and write down small points, not that big things, because we just not trying to dig like a shorthand. You write down everything that the person says.
Right.
Just 1 or 2 or 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then, sometimes sit back and just, sometimes we keep writing and then never read it, and that's another problem.
Yeah, true. That happens. And Prabhuji, how do we understand what quality we are into? Like when we are doing sadhana,
discuss it with some senior. Like you cannot sit on judgment because we are very poor judge of our own activities. We always give some excuse that I could have done it, but it happened because of this.
Mm-hmm.
But if you discuss with some other friend or devotee or something, they will help you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
That's Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Writing down, that is a very, very good habit. At least we'll know where we have wasted our time. And invariably, there will be some this thing. And somehow, my chanting time, I am not able to fix, Prabhuji. I am doing little in the morning, little afternoon, like that. Every day I pray to Krishna.
You make options, like you say, okay, this is the best option is this. Next best is this. Next best is that, like that, Don't make 24 options, so that there is a problem.
Yeah.
only 2 or 3. Okay. If I miss this, then otherwise what happens is that somebody put up a notice outside his door. He said, I must get up at 7. So please, if you are passing here at around 7, please knock on the door. And then he says, because I'm a stubborn person, but please keep knocking for some time. I must get up. And then at the bottom he writes PS, postscript. If you fail, then try again at 10 o'clock.
Oh.
So let's not do that. As I said, we have 1 or 2 options.
Yes, you should have limited options. So, time and tide, wait for none, goes the saying. So a single second lost also you won't be able to get.
See, in the material world also we say time is money.
Mm.
Why do we say that? Time is money. Because if we lose that, then we lose everything.
There is so much to learn from time, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much. Your experience is also very good. How you about that lecture.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Deepti wants all of you to have darshan. She says you are not taken darshan for some time.
Sure, Prabhuji. Sure.
Okay, just hold on then. Before that, anybody wants to say something? Okay, let's go ahead. Darshan of Radha Shams. Radha Sham Sundar ki jai. 1 minute.
Yeah, this is
Nice. Very nice.
Bala Gopal ki jai. Gaur Nitai ki jai. Lakshmi Narasimha ki jai. Lakshmi Venkatramana ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Then she has, of course, this various things in the room. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman.
Jai.
Thank you very much.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you.